All right, let's do a quick one. I've been inspired by a horrible idea. So sometimes I get someone else's horrible idea. So sometimes I get a coffee in the morning before heading into work, and there's a gas station that has really good dark coffee and creamers that I like to get sometimes, like a hazelnut flavor creamer thing, and it's good. It's kind of a treat, so I don't do it every time or even that often. But the workflow for that process is I walk in, I get a cup, I put the creamers into the cup, and then I take the giant carafe of coffee that is already hot, and maybe sitting there for an hour or two. I'm sure they go through a lot of coffee because there's like, let's see, 3, 9, 12, yeah, maybe 12 or 15 carafes set up there, big things of coffee. So I got the creamer in the cup, I go to where the carafes are, I grab the carafe, I pour aggressively to mix it up, and then I put it down, and I put the top on, and I'm done. So they have improved my user experience by installing these fancy digital display touchscreen coffee interfaces. And the idea is that the beans are not ground until you actually request the coffee. And I don't know, maybe they burn through a lot of coffee, I guess. But my workflow went from, I have a cup of coffee, or I have a cup, I put the creamers in, I walk over to the coffee machine, to, what is this? What is this and why? Touchscreen to activate. Touch. It looks like you're trying to have a coffee. Is that right? Yes. What's your email address? No. It didn't ask that. So what kind of coffee do you want? I'm like, well, I get the one that has the purple lid, and the menu selection here doesn't say the one with the purple lid. So I select whichever one looks darkest. And then it says, okay, grinding your beans. And you hear grinding the beans. It's like sitting there. Water heats up. I'm standing there probably 2 minutes. And while I'm there for 2 minutes, and then, it gets ready and it starts pouring out the coffee, forcing it through the beans, of course, or forcing it through the grounds, which that's a different kind of coffee anyways, but whatever. And it starts to pour into my cup, a little trickle, 24 ounces at a trickle, just trickle speed, and I'm just standing there, and everyone else is just standing there waiting for me, because there's 2, or it might have been 3 machines set up, and everyone's just standing there, staring at the machine. Meanwhile, before they had multiple carafes for the same kind of coffee. So if everyone likes purple, when I usually go there's one purple that's nearly empty, one purple that's halfway, and one purple that's full. So they're refilling these in a sequence so that there's always coffee there. And instead I have this slow experience. Now this says nothing about first of all, you've broken my user experience. I don't know what to expect. I grabbed the purple thing, and now it doesn't say what kind of coffee it is, so I don't even know if it's the right kind of coffee. The time it takes is much longer. Certainly there's no employees that have to go and pour the beans or get the grounds and then start the coffee so that it's ready. But it's just been ready before. That hasn't been a gigantic issue. Running out of creamers has been a problem. I guess it's probably not going to be a problem now because everyone's going to have to stand around and wait. We'll probably leave. It used to be a quick in and out process, and now it's a much longer process and much more cumbersome, and who knows. And there's 3 machines there, and I can tell you almost certainly, I'll probably check up on it, but one of the machines will go down probably within a week or 2. I'll ask the lady that works there, or one of them, see if they know when they go down. But it's a fundamental misunderstanding of what your customer benefits from the thing. It's why is my customer here? Well, they're here to get fresh roasted, high quality bean coffee from an electronic interface. No, they're there to get some quick coffee, and this is like it's a gas station. You're filling up on gas, you're getting some coffee, and you're getting out. Like, that's it. You're heading out for your work day. You don't want to be late for work. That's it. And you can get quick coffee right there. That's good and has a lot of options, and it's inexpensive. So instead, you're like, oh, well, obviously, we need to be Starbucks. No, it's a different experience. It's different customers. They want different things from your store than they do another store. And to misunderstand that, and I don't like, why wouldn't you just use one machine? Like, why would you change all the machines? Like, from a business perspective, I could say, like, this is if the cashiers, or if the people manning and refilling the coffee spend hours and dump out gallons of coffee. I can't imagine the coffee's that expensive. Not as expensive as buying all of these new machines, paying to have them all installed, and then expecting all your customers to walk in and be like, oh, this is the same experience, so, like, this is just fine. Like, it's no different. It's obviously... It makes no sense. And it smacks of technology because technology. Like, it is like obviously a detriment. It is a reduction in experience. It's a reduction in pretty much everything. It makes no sense to me. Oh, not to mention, like, the Mexican guys there, they were having difficulty with the menu system because they might not read English that well. Like, how about some pictures, dude? It's a graphical display. Why wouldn't you do pictures? Good heavens. It's a fundamental misunderstanding of your customers and why they choose your product. But I guess that probably affects a lot of people. But, like, big multi-state organization companies, I would expect to have some understanding of what the service is that they provide or what their customers expect of them.